Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and we are here with week 3 of WSS. So this match is extremely super late. The reason why that happened is because, first of all, me and Chilled had our battle pretty late in the week. I think we had it like on Monday. He was gone all weekend. I was working all weekend and stuff like that, and school's getting really crazy. You know, it's getting towards the end of school, so I don't have a lot of time, so that's why my match has not been uploaded, sadly. So here's pretty much the match. I'm gonna try to go through it quick because I have to go to class in like a few minutes, so we're gonna try to get through this pretty fast. So I have a Mega Glalie. It's mixed attacker, so it has return, freeze dry, HP fire, and ice shard. Ice shard was for, let me name his whole team actually: Scizor, Politoed, Shaman, Gyarados, Cofagrigus, Seismitoad, Omastar, Jinx, Bouffalant, Primeape, and Electivire and Salamence. So Glalie matches up against his team pretty well. It can do a lot of damage to Jinx, Electivire, Shaman. I can do HP fire on Scizor, freeze dry on Seismitoad, and Cofagrigus takes decent damage from return, but then I lose my refrigerate ability, so then it makes it a normal move once again. But Glalie pretty much has a really good matchup against his team. He also had, you know, a good matchup against Gyarados with freeze dry, Salamence I could revenge kill with ice shard. So Glalie shows a good mon to bring this week, and hopefully he can do some work, because I do want Glalie once again to do work like he did week 1. Next we got Gramble with a Babiri Berry. We have the cover so we could do Fire Punch on Scizor and hit Shaman and things like that. So that's a Babiri Berry. Gramble, we are full attack and full defense to handle Salamence and Gyarados pretty nicely. I think we also did have Thunder Punch. Next we got Garchomp. It's a mixed Draco Plate Garchomp. Draco Plate I think believe it's called. So I could drop Dracos, hit Outrage, so I could drop a Draco, drop my special attack. They might think I'm not physical, and then I hit him with an Outrage and something like that. I have Fire Blast to hit Scizor, it hits Jinx, and it hits Shaman. So the Garchomp it's just a set I wanted to try out, and hopefully it does do some work. So Milotic comes in this week also. I think it's a fully defensive Milotic. I believe it is. I forget, so don't count on me on that because I kind of forgot what set I made. And then we got Zapdos. I think he is pretty special, a special attacking Zapdos with some special defense to handle and defense to handle Scizor and things like that. So Zapdos can put in a lot of work. Besides like his Evire, which I knew he was gonna bring, Shaman, which I can like U-turn on, Heat Wave. Well, I have Heat Wave. Yeah, Heat Wave hits 3 of the mons on here pretty nicely. So that is Zapdos. And next we have a Choice Scarf Blaziken with knockoff. The reason I brought Blaziken is just to handle Cofagrigus. I knew he was gonna bring Cofagrigus, and it was a bit of a problem if it started setting up Calm Minds and things like that. So that's why I did bring Blaziken. I could hit it with a knockoff and do a lot of damage to it, and me losing my ability in Blaze doesn't really matter too much, so that's why Blaziken I think was a better choice to bring over, let's say, Greninja or Zangoose and things like that. So that's why I did bring Blaziken, and hopefully you could get a kill or two, so that'd be pretty cool. The speed tier that I did put on Blaziken, it kind of got messed up when I checked on Showdown. It was all good, and then I think when I copied and pasted everything onto my calculator, it got messed up. So you'll see that it comes in towards the game later on, so I'll show you that when it comes up. But let me put speed on normal, and I think I started off with Garchomp, I believe. I forget what I started off, either Milotic or Garchomp, so we'll see. So right from turn 1, yeah, I do start off with Garchomp, what's probably the worst lead because it's so easy to read. So here I switch out, and I am going to go into my Milotic because I thought he was going to go for Ice Beam, and he does a very good turn 1 play, which is that substitute. So I did not see that coming. I did not prepare for Jinx at all. That's where the flaw kind of came in this week, because as you see here, I'm gonna Scald, and I totally forget that Jinx gets dry skin. So that shows how much I really prepared this week. I didn't prepare too well. I haven't looked at the team too much, and I only looked at big threats that didn't even come. I kind of prepared for everything else besides that, but I went into Gramble because I pretty much had to sack something. Gramble was doing the least as possible here. So luckily he did go for another nasty plot. So now Garchomp's also gonna get sacked, which really sucks. Garchomp could have done some work this week. Go for Outrage, and break the sub, because that's all I had to do, break the sub, it ice beams and it kills me. And here's when I noticed that my Blaziken speed was so slow, because I didn't outspeed Jinx, but he had a feeling that I was going to outspeed because I did bring in Blaziken on a Jinx. So he switches out into Cofagrigus. We hit him with a Flare Breath, do a lot of damage. It's not a 2-hit KO because of the leftovers, so I have to switch out. I switch out into my Zapdos as he goes for the Shadow Ball. So you're going to see here, hits us with a Shadow Ball in a second. And unluckily for us, he gets a special defense drop. I was kind of annoyed by that because I want to keep my Zapdos kind of healthy because we are down 2 mons already, and this is one of the good walls that can handle a good chunk of his team. So I switch out into my Blaziken here because I want to hit him with a knockoff. So here we go, and he switches out also into its Evire, and he thought I was Scarf from the beginning, so he probably thought I had Earthquake or something like that, but I just go for the knockoff, and we get to kill this Cofagrigus, which I thought in my head was the biggest threat against my team. So luckily we did kill it, and that's really awesome for us. And good work from Blaziken. Blaziken is putting in some work, and I could see him being a late game winner for us here. So here I didn't really want to switch anything into Seismitoad, because as soon as I switched my Lodic, Jinx could just set up a sub on it. So I switched into Glalie because I knew it could live at least one hit and we could hit Freeze Dry. So here we get Toxic. I Mega Evolve. I know he's gonna switch into Scizor. It's an obvious, really obvious play, so I just go for the HP Fire, and he does switch into Scizor. So that's really awesome. We get him on the switch. HP Fire completely knocks him out, and Glalie gets his 3rd kill of the season so far. So that's pretty cool. Mega Glalie putting in some work. That was a nice read on my part. I played decently. I think I started off really bad in the beginning. Totally didn't do my homework on Jinx and stuff like that, so that kind of really, you know, was bad for me. And here I go for return, and I got a really min roll because this was supposed to kill, and unluckily it did not kill. So he's left on 1 HP, and my Glalie goes down. So next up I go Blaziken because I knew I was gonna outspeed. In my head I was thinking I was gonna outspeed, and I don't outspeed, and that's where my EV investments kind of went wrong, because I could have went for knockoff here. He could have went into his Seismitoad, and I kind of could have cleaned the team because Shaman does not want to take too many knocks off. It can't really, it could hit me with an Earth Power. It could hit my Blaziken with an Earth Power and kill it, but I would probably just switch into Zapdos, something like that. And I don't know, the EV investments, it really messed up the whole game for me, because now I really can't do much. Zapdos is gonna come in here and get a kill against his Electivire. He hits me with an Ice Punch. We do live, but now we're in such low health we can't live like an Ice Beam from Jinx or anything like that. I go for the Heat Wave and take out his Electivire, and here he could just easily go into his Jinx. He doesn't even have the Nasty Plot. He could just kill my Zapdos here because he knows next turn he could just kill my Lodic. So that's what's gonna happen. I get Ice Beam, Zapdos goes down, and then he sets up a Nasty Plot on my Lodic and kills it with 2 Energy Balls. So yes, we do lose 3-0, which really sucks because I didn't want to lose any battles in this league. It was my goal pretty much, but for me not planning for his full team and my EV's really getting messed up on Blaziken, it kind of came, you know, back to bite me, because I started off really bad, but I was really bringing it back with Blaziken. Blaziken, like, I could already see that it was gonna be my end game winner. It could finish everything off for me because it outsped Jinx. In my head, it outsped Jinx. Zapdos could have handled Seismitoad because I did have HP Grass. I also had a Heat Wave for Shaman, so I could just roost up on Shaman, and I could take Earth Powers from Shaman pretty easily. And Seismitoad, I could take Earth Power from Seismitoad also, so it kind of sucks that Blaziken's speed was messed up because it did outspeed the rest of his team. I would've got the win pretty much with Blaziken, so I was pretty disappointed by that. And we did lose 3-0, so we are now 2-1 with a +5 differential. We have to bring it back next week because, like I said, I do not want to lose. I want to get as much differential as possible. I want to get into playoffs and win the whole thing. That's always the plan. So we went wrong this week. I was kind of annoyed because of the way I prepped, and I didn't play too bad, but I started off the game really bad. Blaziken's EVs getting messed up kind of annoyed me too, but you know, it happens at times, and sometimes you just have a bad week. I had a bad week this week pretty much. I was not feeling Pokemon this week. I didn't feel like battling. Lately I've been getting kind of bored with draft format, so I'm gonna try to finish off this league and then see what happens. Maybe I should do laddering for a little while, but Yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the match. Next week we go up against CC is me and the pool Piplup, so hopefully we can do a win there, so we can come back into the winning bracket. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Once again, I'm so sorry for this being late, and make sure you guys do leave a like because it always makes me smile. And if you guys are new to the fam, please subscribe. So thank you guys for watching, and like always, have a beautiful day, fam.